Breaking news. Nnamdi Kanu blasts Punch newspapers over a misleading headline about him. Nnamdi Kanu has blasted Punch newspapers over a misleading headline. Nnamdi Kanu distributes 40 bags of rice. Reacting to the news headline, a human rights lawyer has warned Punch newspapers to retract or correct the news headline, or further actions will ensue. Recall that Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB members has distributed thousands of bags of rice in the southeast, south, including Edo State. In reaction to the Punch headline, Nnamdi Kanu wrote, "I believe it is now clear that the Yoruba media agenda, especially Punch newspapers, is to wage an unnecessarily dirty and fertile war against Biafrans, myself, and Igbo nations, in their bid to continue their years of slavish service to the illiterate Fulani Caliphate of the barren western land of the Sahel. Despite making it clear on numerous occasions that our peaceful agitation for freedom is for the benefit of all oppressed people in Nigeria, including the Yoruba race, some sections of their media have persisted with their deaths, which of perpetuating Fulani reign of impunity by their deliberate falsehood and misinformation. That a foreigner, Jubril al-Sudani, is the face of the president of Nigeria today is done to the publishers of certain sections of Yoruba people. The masses are starving and rioting for food on the streets now because Yoruba media had placed a highly premium on Tinubu's 2023 presidential ambition than the plight of millions, and would have benefited from a robust projective media that hold the government to action as a daily basis. After this misleading headline is retracted and corrected, Yoruba media will continue to be seen as collaborators in the Fulani jungle projects to impoverish, terrorize, and starve their way to total primitive Islamization of all parts of the zoo. Other media houses elsewhere in the world boldly polished the truth, but in Nigeria, a clear-cut case of a recorded live broadcast from Cuba, these lying journalists are too terrified to report. Come on to ask the government why they are recording a nationwide address from a location outside the country. They can't. They will not answer, and don't have any tangible word to say. I have many Yoruba friends who are in the main wonderful, intelligent, and brilliant people, but the antics of sections of their media is the reason why some of us are yet to be convinced about the idea of renamed Southern Nigeria as a viable country for the East and West. Yoruba media practitioners should endeavor to be truthful, unbiased, and courageous, as Dele Giwa, my hero, was. Wow. Look at what some Nigerians said. He said that I am under instructions to demand that the retreat of this false words, false statements, this defamatory publication, to which Nnamdi Kanu distributes 40 bags of rice, otherwise published on April 13th, 2020. If you fail to comply within the next 42 hours, further reactions will ensue. Imagine. So, Nnamdi Kanu released more than 40 bags of rice. The leader of the indigenous people of Biafra on Saturday dole out palliative to his following, to the followers, and those that love him as his mentor across the nation, to the effects of the COVID-19 lockdown. He contributed items upon items, not just 40 bags of rice, but he donated more than 40 bags. So this writer has just contradicted this. The Punch newspaper has just told us lies. Maybe he was paid to say this. You don't know what the government can do. They are fraudsters. They can go any length to defeat someone. They can go any length to expose someone that is innocent, an innocent person, because the money is there to use in bribing them. Look at them protesting now at Lagos, the town that is by far the largest in Nigeria and the most ravaged by coronavirus, cannot be even being considered to get just 30% of what tiny Zamfara state is getting as corona palliatives. It is very shameful. I don't know why most Yorubas choose betrayers as way of survival. They betray other tribes a lot. They are betrayers. They don't have sympathy. This is exactly what Awolowo did 53 years ago. Slated to be killed in prison by Fulani internal colonial masters, only to be assisted to freedom by Zik and Ojukwu. He promised Ojukwu that he will form his own Oduduwa since he is interested in Biafra, only for him to quickly join the North. Imagine that, because of money. He quickly joined the North, just as Tinubu recently joined the North. He followed suit to sell Jonathan. Because of what? This money, political ambition. If not for few trustworthy people like Gani Adams, Femi Fani-Kayode, Fayose, Yorubas are not people to be trusted. These people I just mentioned, they are good Yorubas. They are leaders, good leaders that someone can be proud of. If not for these people that I've just mentioned, Gani Adams, Femi Fani-Kayode and Fayose, I'm very much sure that things would have been worse than this. Imagine. Yorubas are not trustworthy at all. They are not trustworthy. So these people are just protecting themselves in a bad light before the world and Nigerian in particular. I don't get it. A well-guided media house should apologize. Should definitely apologize to Nnamdi Kanu, to Biafran group. They should apologize, because that is how they will be carrying news that are false. Now, what Nnamdi Kanu donated was more than that, and they are saying 40 bags. They have to bring down his image. People will see and they say, Nnamdi Kanu, our leader. Why would you say that? They want to tarnish his image so that people that have been supporting him and wanting to join Biafrans will never want to again, because they will see him as a stingy person. But it's not. That's why I came out and said, this is not it, that the person needs to apologize. The Punch newspaper needs to apologize. So God will bless Madike. God will bless him. He's a voice of truth and common sense. Yorubas can sell their bright rights just because of rubbish peanuts of what they call government projects. Why the real developers of any land in the world are Igbo's genuineness. Igbos are too genuine. They are so genuine to the extent that they sacrifice a lot. They're not betrayers like Yorubas. Fine, they are conscious of the money. They love money a lot. They like business a lot. But they cannot betray you. They can never betray you. What they have, they sell. They don't tell you, I sell this, and which they don't sell. If they have this, I have this. They will not lie to you that you don't have. They don't have. So it is tradition for Igbo, the most tribalistic people on earth, to embrace any devious arrangement that suits them. Imagine, Balewa Zik, Babangida, Ukuwe, Shagari, Yaradua, Jonathan, Atiku, Obi. In all this, they don't see themselves as Fulani slaves, which they truly are. They are Fulani slaves, but they don't see them as such. Recently, the actions DG of section comic employed 801 staff from Anambra alone, living in that rest of the country. Imagine, Anambra alone living in that rest of the country with one person or none. So, I think Nnamdi Kanu should please, from which country and hotel did President Muhammadu Buhari address the nation from yesterday? Want to know about that? Want to know that as well? So, I don't know. With what I've said, I think what Nnamdi Kanu has done or did, it's so encouraging, and so it deserves applause, a round of applause for that. He really tried. Imagine, it's not someone that is huge in money. He's not a politician that receives money every day. He's just a man, a common man that works. Look at what he's donating to Nigerians. Let alone we politicians that are making money, that are stealing Nigerian money. They can't even donate one thing. Look at 3 cups of rice given to someone, given to a family. 3 cups of rice and 3 cups of gari given to a family. Imagine, it's a shameful thing. It's so shameful. Imagine that. These people are they are thieves. They are armed robbers. Okay, now that they are doing this, where would the remaining one go to? To their pockets. Even this bag of rice that Nnamdi Kanu has just released, I'm very much sure that they will never distribute all this the way they should distribute it. Well, I trust Nnamdi Kanu. He will definitely monitor this gifts that he has given to them. We don't want, because it's not government money or government property. It's his. So you definitely want to monitor it by organizing some people, some Biafrans, leaders in Nigeria. So all this Biafran talk, all these Biafran agitations, all this Biafran republic will come to pass. I've said it before. It has already come to pass. So Nnamdi Kanu's struggle has not been in vain, and will never be in vain. So viewers, with what you have heard concerning this, I know that the stamp of heaven is already on Nnamdi Kanu for doing all this, and all those of you fighting this divine gift of God to his people. The earth you are passing through will never reckon with you. Neither will the heaven admit you, because you are working contrary to God's will for the freedom of his people. So drop your comment below the comment box. Click on the subscribe button as well as the bell button to receive updates whenever I publish new videos. And don't forget, share and like this